friends, it's me. And on the last episode of Untold Stories of the ER,
Dr. Beglighter needs to remove a very expensive diamond ring from the sister of its owner before it causes permanent damage to her finger.
My finger feels like it's gonna explode.
So today I have a brand new juicy episode for you.
As I walk into the room to see the patient, the most striking thing that I notice is their lips.
Oh, striking indeed. And by striking, I mean, damn, Kylie Jenner, is that you?
I'm Adam, and this is Regan.
My lips don't normally look like this.
My lips don't usually look like this. Oh, so it's not Kylie Jenner.
The patient is speaking full sentences to me.
She's speaking full sentences. How's that even work? If I do this, I could barely talk. I want to know how she's speaking full sentences with an elephant pussy on her face.
We think it's a shellfish allergy.
All right, why do we think that?
Well, we went out for dinner and she had some shrimp and her lips started to swell, so we went to the clinic. They gave her something for it, but it didn't get better.
Bro, this is actually terrifying. I know this is like a reenactment of what actually happened, but those look so damn real that it's freaking me out. Look at that! Y'all remember the Kylie lip challenge?
Oh my God!
Hold my shellfish allergy, cause y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, just some deep breaths. All right, good. I don't see any rash or hives or anything.
Bro, he's finding nothing on her. This story, it don't add up. Cause if it was an allergic reaction, I think there would be some other stuff going on. I wanted big lips before this date. Blame it on the shrimp, why don't ya?
How many shrimp do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimp are pretty rich.
I'm gonna get you some medications very similar to what you received over at the clinic, only IV. They'll be much stronger.
Thank you.
Those are actually terrifying. Look at that. They look so real and they move too. TLC got the prosthetic budget up. Who knows, maybe she actually looked like that in real life.
So I went on to see another patient. My objective was to go back and check on her in a little bit.
Wow, so that's why doctors take so long. They're like, okay, you know what, I'll be right back. And you think they're gonna go get you something or do some research or whatever, but they check it up on other patients. Yeah, I'd be sitting in a doctor's office. They're like, okay, 1 minute, I'll be right back. 2 hours later, the nurse comes in. How you doing in there? Yeah, the doctor will be with you very soon. 3 hours later, doctor finally comes in.
Doctor, she can't stop coughing.
Regan?
Doc, her OT stats are down to 88%.
The fact that the patient improved externally but didn't improve with her breathing pattern created a real mystery for me. Let's take some deep, slow breaths.
Whoa, so the meds he gave her made the swelling like go down, but like it's causing even more problems and now she can't breathe. What's going on here?
I can't breathe. Stats are still dropping.
What does that mean?
It means that not enough oxygen is getting within her bloodstream.
What does that mean?
I mean, if I was a doctor, I'd push this dude aside, be like, bro, you gotta get out of the way. I'm trying to be a doctor, do my doctorly things. He hogging too much of this hospital space.
We may have to intubate.
Intubate, that's like a tube down her throat.
That's right. This situation has escalated to the point that I am very concerned. Regan, we're gonna have to hook you up to a ventilator to breathe for you, okay? It's getting to the point that this is gonna be necessary.
Is she gonna be unconscious? Regan?
And the patient started seizing.
That escalated real quick. Yo, this is serious.
Is she gonna be unconscious?
Allergic reactions are no joke, but I thought it was supposed to be all fine. After you use the EpiPen, it's supposed to be like, okay? I don't know. Thankfully, I don't have an allergy like this,
I'm allergic to gluten.
but that's more of like an internal long-term thing, and it'll kill you over time. But first, you will suffer. I'm making it sound way worse than it is, but you will bloat and poop a lot and probably throw up.
And I could see the vocal cords perfectly. I passed the endotracheal tube and a couple centimeters past the cords. Dang. I just hit this brick wall. I couldn't advance it any further. Some obstruction. I can't pass the tube.
That's her uvula, genius. Even I know that. I'm just kidding. It's probably the shrimp. Oh my god. It got stuck in her trachea. Hurry. To save her, smash like in the throat.
I again considered the possibility that maybe she aspirated something. A couple things in our profession really make us nervous, and a bad airway is just one of those things.
Damn, she swallowed a whole shrimp. She didn't even chew it, just inhaled that whole bad boy, cocktail sauce and all.
At this point in time, because I cannot intubate her, her oxygen levels have dropped. I mean, this patient is critical. The next step at this point is to do a surgical airway called a cricothyroidotomy, make an incision, and within the neck, we insert the endotracheal tube that way.
Yikes! I'm not a doctor. I had dropped out of med school before we could learn any of this. So like, don't come at me. I'm not an expert on tracheal obstructions, but like, don't y'all have the equivalent of a surgical vacuum? It's something you could pop in there and it just pulls everything out.
There's a mass here, right where I need to cut for the cric. So if I cut into this mass, she could bleed to death. However, if I don't attempt to get an airway, she's gonna basically suffocate.
What do we do then?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can doctors say that? Can they just be like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's like a teacher, a student asking them something, and they'll be like,
I don't know.
do they say I don't know? Or am I thinking some other profession? Because I feel like something like a doctor or a teacher or a lawyer, smart people, they can't just be like, I don't know. I know this guy ain't a real doctor, but y'all supposed to have an answer for everything.
I'm still making a small puncture wound with a needle, but it's not a large incision, so the risk of bleeding is much less. What I don't mention to the boyfriend is that I've never done this procedure on a live person. I've only done it on a mannequin during medical school.
Oh no! I mean, that's probably a good thing to not let the patient's family know. Like, oh yeah, I've never done this before. I've only done it in medical school. There's gotta be a first time for everything. Like, imagine a doctor performing surgery on you for the first time. Like, it's his very first time doing surgery and he does it on you. That's terrifying. I mean, I know they have to like observe other doctors before they can like do it hands-on, but like for something like this that is rarely ever done, that is scary. But it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do or she gonna die.
What I did was I hooked a very small pediatric endotracheal tube onto that wire, thinking that I may be able to pass this smaller tube through the trachea. The tube actually took a very tortuous path around this mass into the lungs. I think that allergic reaction obstructed her airway.
Oh, y'all get that? So whatever she ate, hence the mass, is like stuck. It's stuck real good in there.
Ugh.
Hold on, let's do some breathing exercises real quick. It's getting harder and harder to breathe. Now take a good fat swallow. Namaste.
I'm thinking, are we too late? Come on, Regan. She is on the ventilator. Her oxygen levels are increasing. However, she is hanging on by a thread. At this point, I was convinced that she had a tumor. So I decided I'm gonna call a specialist in. I'm concerned about this mass. I'm worried about malignancy.
Cancer, you mean?
Yeah.
What? Bro, when does this end? It's just, it keeps escalating and escalating and escalating further and further. Does she wake up at the end of this? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like, first it was an allergic reaction. Then, oh, she got a piece of shrimp stuck in her throat. Oh no, now it's cancer. Which is it, doctor? I'm dying to know, literally.
Wow, how did you do that intubation?
Yeah, holding my breath the entire time. Tell you the truth, I think that tube's moved a little bit since we did the x-ray. My concern was that this was growing by the hour and we were really working against time.
We'll get a biopsy, but it's a lymphoma. I can tell you that right now.
So it wasn't a piece of shrimp.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Okay, now I feel like an idiot.
So in less than an hour, we had this patient intubated on her way to the radiation oncology suite. And fortunately, her vital signs remained stable. Before I headed home in the morning, I checked on the patient, and fortunately, they were able to reduce the size of this tumor, insert a normal-sized endotracheal tube, and admit her to the ICU.
Okay, so that's what ended up happening. Damn, they didn't even show her waking up. TLC, what you doing? I was supposed to have a spicy, juicy story, and it was like nothing but suspense. Honestly, I thought she was gonna die. I thought this was it. They just gone and done bamboozled me this whole story, have me sitting here watching, and then in the end, she finna die, baby. But no, she didn't. I don't know how the doctor can just like work on a patient all day and night and then go home and then have to be there in the morning. Like, I wouldn't be able to like stop thinking about it. I'd be like, oh my God. I was working on Barbara all night, like, is she okay? I would call the hospital, check up on her, like, page me if anything happens. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, let me know, are you allergic to anything? And make sure you hit that like button in the face and subscribe to join the wolf pack. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.